Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Automated Options Trading Podcast. We get so many questions about using options inside retirement accounts, so we thought we'd tackle that topic today.
Yeah, it's a super common question. I mean, it makes sense, right? I think lots of people are trying to figure out how to make their retirement savings grow faster.
For sure. Like, how do we get the most out of those accounts? Options trading can be a great way to do that. So can you actually trade options in like an IRA or a 401k?
So the short answer is yes, but there's a caveat. You can, but it really depends on which broker you are using.
Got it. So it's not something that every broker offers.
Right. You know, some brokers, especially maybe smaller ones or the ones with those simpler platforms, might not be able to handle options trading in those accounts. They might not have built it into their system.
That makes sense. So it's not that it's totally impossible. It just depends on if the broker you're with supports it. For example, my wife's 403b is with this small local provider, and they don't have that option at all.
Yeah, I can see how that would be pretty frustrating. But the good news is most of the larger, more mainstream brokerage accounts, they do usually allow options trading.
Oh, that's good. So assuming that your broker does allow options trading, what are some things that you should be looking out for?
Well, even if they do allow it, they often have what are called approval levels for options trading.
What does that mean, approval levels?
So basically, brokers have these tiered systems, right? And depending on your experience and trading history, you might not be approved to trade every single type of option when you first start out.
So it's kind of like a safety measure, making sure that people aren't jumping into trades they don't really understand.
Yeah.
Like if you're brand new to options, maybe they won't let you trade the really complicated stuff right away.
Exactly. It's about protecting investors, as much as it is about, providing tools and stuff. So it's important to understand what your approval level is with your current broker.
So how would somebody find out their approval level? Would it just say it somewhere in their account?
Yeah. Most brokers will clearly show your options trading approval level. It'll be somewhere in your account settings. And if you can't find it, their customer service should be able to tell you.
Okay, so step one, you got to figure out if your broker allows it, and then check your approval level. What if you're not at the level you want to be? Like, what if you want to trade the more complex options, but you're not approved?
Yeah. There are usually ways to increase your level. Most brokers offer educational resources, or they'll have simulated trading platforms.
Oh, so like taking courses or practicing trades in like a fake environment.
Exactly. And by proving that you understand options trading, you can usually work your way up to higher approval levels.
Right. So they want to make sure you can handle the risk before they give you more freedom. Makes sense.
Yeah, for sure. It's definitely in their best interest to have clients who know what they're doing and helps everyone in the long run.
Okay, so what if you've tried all that? Like you've taken the courses and practiced and everything, but your broker just won't budge. You've hit a ceiling with them. What then?
Well, you might want to consider switching to a different broker at that point.
Gotcha. So option 2 is to find a broker that's a better fit. Any recommendations for brokers that are good for options traders, especially for folks who want to trade options in their retirement accounts?
Yeah, absolutely. A few that come to mind are Thinkorswim, Tastyworks, and Interactive Brokers. Those are all known for being pretty options friendly.
Good to know. So switching brokers is always something to consider if you're serious about options trading and, your current broker just isn't cutting it. Now, let's talk about why somebody would even want to trade options inside a retirement account in the first place.
Yeah, that's a good point. It's not just about having access, but also understanding why it could be beneficial. So retirement accounts like IRAs, they have these really great tax advantages.
Okay.
And when you combine those tax advantages with options trading, it can be a really powerful combo.
Okay, break that down for me. What makes that combination so powerful?
Well, think about it. When you're trading options, you have the ability to control a much larger position with way less capital up front. That leverage can really boost your gains.
Right.
And if those gains are happening inside this tax-advantaged account, it means you keep more of that profit.
So you're basically getting a double benefit there. The potential for bigger gains from the options trading, plus the tax advantages of the retirement account itself.
Exactly. And this isn't just for traditional IRAs. This goes for Roth IRAs, SEP IRAs, all kinds of retirement accounts. As long as your broker allows options trading in those accounts, you can take advantage.
That opens up a lot of possibilities. But I'm guessing there are some risks too, right? Options trading can be a little tricky.
Oh, for sure. You're absolutely right. It's super important to understand the risks involved with options trading before you jump in, especially in a retirement account. Options can amplify your losses just as easily as they can amplify gains. So it's really important to have a solid understanding of how options actually work and to develop a trading strategy that you're comfortable with, that matches your risk tolerance.
That's a really important point. It's easy to get caught up in the potential gains, but managing risk is key, especially when it comes to your retirement savings. So let's recap for a sec. We talked about how you need a broker that allows options trading in your retirement account. We discussed those approval levels and how to increase them, and we talked about the benefits and risks of this strategy. Any final thoughts you want to leave our listeners with?
Yeah, I think the main takeaway here is that options trading within a retirement account can be a good strategy, but it's not for everyone.
Yeah.
It takes research and, a commitment to learning and managing risk. If you're willing to put in the work, though, it can be a pretty powerful tool to help you hit your retirement goals.
I like that. So it's not about jumping into the deep end without knowing how to swim. It's about educating yourself and finding the right resources and making good decisions that, match your financial goals.
Absolutely. It's all about taking control of your future and making sure that you're comfortable with the strategies you're using. And that's what we're all about here at Advanced AutoTrades, helping you take those steps toward financial independence.
Exactly. We think everyone should have the knowledge and the tools to make smart decisions with their money.
And speaking of tools, we'll be sure to include some links down in the show notes to resources where you can find more information on options approval levels and recommended brokers and educational materials on options trading and all that good stuff.
Yeah, good idea. Knowledge is power, especially when it comes to investing.
I couldn't agree more. So listeners, don't be afraid to explore options trading, even in your retirement accounts. Just, do your research, find a good broker that fits your goals, and most importantly, never stop learning. Right. And remember, with the right approach, careful planning, you can really unlock the potential of your retirement savings and build a future that you're excited about.
Awesome. Well, thanks for tuning in, everyone. We'll catch you next time on the Automated Options Trading Podcast. If you enjoyed this episode and want to stay ahead with fresh insights every other day, don't forget to hit that subscribe button or follow our podcast. We've got more exciting content coming your way, and we can't wait to have you back. See you soon.